the heck is that? Oh, smell vision. I'm sure she had it. So amazing. Hi, my name is Michelle. I am in New York City. My gardening zone is 7B. And I think today I'm going to do a walkthrough just to kind of see what's changed since the last time I walked through. I'm not going to go over every detail or every plant. There's a lot that needs to be done here. The challenges are serious and very many and very real. And I'm seeing something, oh my God, I did not know that my peonies opened up. So I think I'll start over there. Let's go. When I talk about challenges, we're going through a major renovation coming near the end, but it has completely destroyed the backyard, which is perfectly fine because I wanted this for so long, for so many years, and it's finally happening. So the damage, the destruction is somewhat welcome. The only problem is now we've got to clean up because it's gardening season and I've got to have the garden. So beside that challenge, the other challenge is that my garden is completely depleted. The soil is devoid of nutrition. I mean, it's just horrible. I've abused it over the years by overplanting. I did not believe in spacing. I really just threw everything in the ground because I want everything. I want to grow everything. I keep saying I'm greedy because I just want all the things. I want to try all the plants. I want everything that comes out that's new, or just maybe not comes out, but just becomes more popular. Different varieties that are developed. I just want to try as much as I can. And so over the years, I've just planted. Sometimes I forget to fertilize. Sometimes I forget to, do things. Some years I didn't get any compost. Just various reasons. So one day I'll sit down and talk about all of them. But we're working on that now. So hopefully we get things together. So the first problem, this is the driveway. Nothing really grows in the driveway except I had last year a beautiful volunteer tomato. It was a yellow grape tomato, and I'm pretty sure came from one of the tomatoes in the medley of tomatoes in this Costco package of cherry tomatoes you get with different size and different colors, probably greenhouse grown tomatoes. But anyhow, a yellow one popped up in this driveway, in this little strip of dirt that's in this soil that's in this driveway. Right now it's weeds, mulberry tree, weed, what is that plant called? A snake plant? I forget what it's called, but it's looks like long grassy leaves, and they make these little spiderwort. That's what it's called, spiderwort. Little blue purple flowers. And plantain. And then I'll just zoom over that real quick and then get to the peonies. That's what I want to see and smell. Oh my God. Okay. So this is my driveway. That's the spiderwort, I think it's called, over there. And all the verbiage and the plantain and the weed mulberry tree. I'm calling it a weed mulberry tree because I don't want it there, so therefore it's a weed. Oh, there's a little walnut tree next to it too. And a bunch of other weeds. And that's the spiderwort. Spiderwort. I feel like I'm saying the wrong name. Where are my peonies? These, I don't know the name. Oh my gosh. I forget. But they're a double flower. They smell amazing. Oh, smell-o-vision. Don't you wish you had it? They smell amazing. The only thing, I would love to prop them up or stake them so that they don't fall over. But they're looking so beautiful. The last time I was out here, I did not notice them. They probably opened yesterday or today. It's been raining so much, but they look like they've been open for a day or two. These other ones, I think they're supposed to be a double. I have some in the front of the house as well. They're not doubles. I don't really like them, but they look so huge and the flowers are so bright. I just leave them there. There were daffodils here, hostas. I have some of my starts out here. These things, a lot of things didn't sprout, a lot of things did. I yesterday took the soil from the ones that hadn't sprouted and reused it to plant new seed. These tomatoes have for a friend at work that I have to deliver. A lot of pasta, daffodils, and a bunch of stuff. We have a beautiful lilac tree here. We have to cut it down. And this is also where, back to the front here, is where the persimmon tree was planted. But we dug those things out thinking that we would need to bring machinery back here, deliveries and things like that. Quite disappointed because we ended up not bringing machinery back here, and that tree could have stayed there and it wouldn't have died. This is where the lilac is. Of course that's going back because we didn't dig it up completely. It's getting overrun by this vine. I have honeysuckle, which I do kind of want, but I want it to be more controlled. There used to be a chain link fence here, and it used to be on the chain link fence, and it pretty much stayed on the chain link fence and didn't grow on this lilac. But I have that weed. There's some Virginia creeper that comes in here, and something else that I have. That's the Virginia creeper. The other vine that pops up around here is that one right there. I don't know what it's called, but it gets pretty big and it holds on real tight. And you can even see that it's holding onto the fence, even though the fence is completely flat. That's a drawer that I thought maybe I'll just hold on to it. Maybe I'll make a planter out of it. I don't know. It may end up in the trash where the rest of my sisters went. Sunflowers volunteering over here. The tulips were beautiful when they're done. Maybe there'll be some seeds in here. I tried to plant tulip seeds and I've never heard of planting tulip seeds. But if there's anything worthwhile in there, I'd like to try it. That looks like a rotten flower. Now this is a blueberry that I thought was dead, and look at it now. It's doing its thing, so hopefully we'll get some blueberries probably next year. I don't think it's going to give me fruit this year. The blue tarp is still there. The rhubarb. It's looking amazing. It's huge. I've got to harvest and do some things with it. I've so far made a rhubarb gumbo. It's so good. Now I have a lot of fern, and I'll call that weed fern. What am I saying? Fern. Fennel. Weed fennel. Because I don't want it. What I'm thinking of is the fern fronds of the asparagus that are growing up over here. That's what I'm saying. But I've got different types of fennel, barnes fennel, and I think it's supposed to be forest fennel, but I have never had my fennel bulb before, which is quite disappointing. This year, for the first time, I tried moving the lower part of the stem so that I could get a feel or, taste of what it might be like if I did have the bulb. It was pretty good. I put this caution here so that the guys wouldn't destroy things, but it might have been a little pointless. It was too late. Anyways, but I was right in there. Okay, I'm not going to waste too much time on this. These are Jerusalem artichokes that I don't want here, so I'm going to have to take some time to dig those out as well. Oh, such a mess back here. But here are my starts and trees from in the house. This is a happy accident. The happy part is the bok choy, but the accident part is just that they all spilled in there. And this was in the fall when I was putting seeds away. It slipped and fell in there. And then it waited till spring until I brought it out here to sprout. But this was an avocado tree. No, that just did not survive. And I'm thinking that it was infected with, what is it called? Black rot? I don't know. I have I've had avocado trees before and they died the same way. The leaves started to brown, then the leaves started to fall off, and then the stems just started to turn brown, black, and wrinkle up. And it went all the way down to the graft, the mother plant. As you can see, that's where the graft is. Anyway, why am I spending so much time on dead things? Let's look at the bok choy. And now here, over here, I have my variegated lemon. This is the second time that I have allowed this plant to dry a bit too much. And usually it happens, I don't know if it's happening on its own or if it's me. Maybe a little bit of both, I don't know. But previous year it did the same thing, where it was just a little bit too dry. I watered it, and it was at the end of the winter season. Brought it outside for the spring, soaked it, and then it just sprung back to life. So now you can see all these little leaf buds. Leaves are coming out. Let me see. So these are all leaf buds all around the points and along now the stems. Just yesterday I didn't see this much on here. Today I see quite a bit. There's one here, one over here, down there, over here, right here, over here. All these different spots. And so I'm very happy about that. It did keep a few leaves, like literally 5 or 6. Maybe, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these big fat ones, I don't know how those got to be so huge. Look at this. They're huge. I think like 3 of them that are huge like that. But the rest of them, the whole tree is usually like this. I don't know. It's weird because that whole branch just got so long so fast. I don't know. It might be after I fed it last year. But anyway, I used the citrus tone fertilizer by Espoma, and it really, really took off last year. A lot of leaves, and then this winter there were flowers. I actually saw a tiny lemon on here, but it fell off. And it came during the winter. There was no sun. It wasn't getting as much attention, so I think that's why it didn't do well. This other avocado is the last one I have. And these are the corns from the elephant ear and some of the bases of the kana plants that I had last year. They've been sitting out here. I soaked them for like 5-10 minutes, and then they were just out here in this bag, and then I put them out to dry, and then it started rain for the next couple of days. So hopefully they will wake now and they'll start to sprout. I just got to get them in a pot. Okay, messy mess. My cactus I brought outside. I found this banana tree that's supposed to make bananas, even as an indoor plant. So we're gonna try it, see what happens. The guava as well. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wishing and hoping, right? Alright. There's the garden. And you can see back here I have my 2 green stalks that I still need to refresh and plant up. So I'll probably get to that maybe tomorrow. I have a whole day tomorrow to work on gardening, so I think I'll do that. The plum tree is fruiting out. I haven't sprayed the clay yet. Why am I forgetting the name again? It is, oh my god, kaolin clay. Yes, kaolin clay. I'm going to spray it with kaolin clay to deter the bugs, the plum curculio bug, from getting in there and being nasty. That's my elderberry trees. I have 2 bushes there. Don't know if they're the same variety or not. The first one I purchased. The second one just popped up, and There's a second variety over in this corner over here that's in too much shade, so I've got to dig that one up and move it as well. But I need to decide where I want everything before I do all of that. That corner here is where I was working on the soil, and over here I have blackberries and raspberries along the fence on this side. There's a grapevine here. I have my mulberry trees in pots. You see the chives are blooming. Those two barrels are where I had my elephant ear and canna last year, and now they seem to have a whole lot of zinnias in them. I think I must have thrown the seeds down last year. I don't really remember doing so, but those are definitely zinnias. Now the fig tree. Remember last time I had so many brewa or baby figs on the plant, and a lot of them did not develop. They dried up and just, I guess they fell off because I don't see any more of the small ones. But look here. Two nice-sized figs that are developing nicely, and I think I've counted maybe about 5. So there's a 2 there. I see one up there somewhere. One, I don't know if you can see, but I'm counting it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's one down here somewhere. There's one 7. Call that 7. So there's about 7 figs on here right now that I can identify right in this moment. But the tree is growing, it's doing well. And hopefully next year it will be even better. Oh, Jesus. Don't hurt yourself, girl. So, I don't think we counted that one, so that would be 8. We can't see it. I think that's it. Okay. Alrighty, let's move on to the beautiful apples. See how many apples are on this tree. There are also some fungus bugs and some yucky things. We'll have to, I think this might be. Here are the apples. There's some bug damage going on over here. It's like aphids or something in there. Let's see. It's pretty nasty looking. I don't want to touch this. Yeah, there are definitely aphids on here. There you go. And this one too is nasty. Nasty. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something about this. Oh, and look at this. The ants are farming the aphids. So what that means, the ants don't carry the aphids. The ants feed off of the sap, poop that the aphids make, because the aphids suck up the I don't know, what is it, the juices of the leaves, or the sap, that's the word I'm thinking. The sap from in the leaves or in wherever. They suck up the juices from the leaves and they poop out the sticky, sweet sap, and the ants farm it. They basically collect it, bring it back to the place wherever they're gonna go share it with other ants. I just saw something. It's really, really concerning. So from from this angle, that is a clear hole. And it's brown. So something, oh my God. Something is burrowing underneath. Do mice do that? Because as far as I know, up in New York, we don't have voles and moles. We definitely have mice. I know we have groundhogs, but not here. I've never seen a groundhog here. What the heck is that? The aphids and the ants. A symbiotic relationship. Not symbiotic for me because they're not helping me or do anything. They're just sucking life out of the plant. So my apple tree has got a lot of apples on it. I don't like how the leaves are looking on some parts of it. I did spray with the horticultural oil. But I guess that doesn't prevent aphids. But it helps, I think, with rust. So far, I don't see any rust. I think I'm going to see whether or not it's intended to be used more than just at the beginning of the season. What are you doing, King? King, come here. So I may have to spray it again. And it's just horticultural oil. It's not a chemical spray. It's oil, not a synthetic. I gotta do a little more research on where it comes from, but it is an organic means of spraying to prevent disease. Okay, so this is my apple tree. Well, 5. It used to be 6, and now it's 5. 2 different apples in one because one branch died off when it was very young. This is my current bush that is, oh, look at that. The one branch that's left, it started some new branches from the middle. And that hole, a little bit closer view of this hole. This is definitely some type of animal that made a hole. Because I would not stick anything down in there that's round. And I did notice that there's like an exit place inside underneath the feed bowl, the feed dog box. So you can see it. So I'm gonna have to, and if it tunnels out, it really has a good home with it because this soil gets really, really hard and compacted. Like you can see that ledge. Well, maybe you can't see it, but there's like a ledge down there behind the tail of the squid. Chicken. And it's just hard. I don't know if you can tell, but it's right here. What am I gonna do here? I don't know what it is. It's under there. I mean, this is the first time in several years because I've had these chickens since 2018, 2025. You can do the math. I don't know. Oh my god! I want to move this coop. And yeah, that's definitely, so the hole is under that spot right there. And that's not where I found the hole the first time. The first time it was under this brick. And I'm thinking hitting the brick here was helping because the dog was going there. The dog was sniffing something out. Oh, there's definitely something there. Oh my gosh. And it got under the mesh, the hardwood cloth. Oh my god. This is my side yard. A messy, messy side yard. I had a really lovely shade garden here. A lot got destroyed. Pieces of siding. Ooh, my Wigelia has a couple of flowers on it. That's nice. What's also nice is that these mini hostas that I thought were done are actually coming back. So I want to clean out this area. So I'll probably Maybe I'll tackle that this weekend. I don't know. This is my rose bush. Actually, it smells pretty good. Smell-o-vision. Oh, and this is the other elderberry. It has some buds on it. So this one, I have a York and a Johns. So this one is John's elderberry. And the other one is York. So I would assume that the one over here, or the two over here, are the Johns. York elderberry, because the one back there is Johns. I have to dig that up and move it. I don't know where I want to put it. I have a pink blueberry in there. Blackberries have come everywhere. The mulberry is resprouting, so I have to cut. There's so much work to do. So much work to do. But I really, really, really would hope to see a change this season with the mess cleaned up and the garden just looking really nice. For now, this is what it is. So the garden challenge is still on. I've got a huge box inside, cardboard box, that I'm hoping I can use to put down a sheet of it in this area against the fence. I would sometimes plant there, but the idea really for the last couple of years has been to move my fruit bushes here, so my blueberries, because they don't quite get enough sun on the other side. They don't get enough sun on the other side, so I want to move them over here. We have a toilet bowl. Oh boy, yes, I have a toilet bowl in my backyard. But I'd like to move them over here. So that means there's a lot of work to be done here. I've got to clean up the vines, these honeysuckle. I don't know. I tried to get rid of these vines before. It's just so hard. I don't know what they are. I'm going to use the app. Picture this to see what it is. You can see over back here, it's growing up the shed. Kind of what I wanted to do with the listeria. But if I can put that whole cardboard down here to suppress everything that's here, and then what I would do is dig a hole through, I don't know, maybe I'd even plant the blueberries first and then put the cardboard around it and make it much easier to get it in the ground. But then I would cover the area with the cardboard to suppress everything, and then put the soil on top, whatever clippings I have, that I'm not going to grow. Put those on top, whatever materials from the yard, whatever, and then I could plant other things, smaller things, into the soil that is on top. I don't know. This is another fig tree right here. I'm going to get that into some spot as well. Got some more tree walking in there. I'm also going to put those in there because now, there's a sunflower in there too. That is a walnut weed tree. So much in here that I don't want in here. Oh, this is a lot of work. The sun is coming out. Look at those dark gray clouds. Yeah, and more garbage coming out of the window. Oh God. Dark gray clouds with the sun is beaming through these clouds over here. What a difference. What a difference. Look at that. Blue here, dark gray here. Julie. Now I'm yammering. So sorry. That's my super camera. wind and the sun. I mean, literally it's bright. But it'll be fine. I'll feed it. It's got some leaves coming up over here. And it's got the shoots coming out here. This will just be pretty shoots coming out everywhere. So it'll be fun. Oh. This is me. This is my garden. I am hoping to really get a lot done this year so that I can enjoy it and be proud of it and enjoy being back here. So it's gorgeous. See that? So look at that. Gorgeous. The yard is not gorgeous, but the sun beaming down on everything is gorgeous. I think I'm gonna pick some rhubarb so that I can make another rhubarb crumble for dessert. Thank you for joining me in my little garden. The goal this year to beautify this place so we can have a garden party. Shuni's garden party. Oh, this is Michelle signing out. Live for love every day.